Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Hobbit Shed. I'm here crafting away. You got a brief snippet of a project there. I might blur that out. I probably will blur that out. Probably should blur that out because I don't want to give away all the secrets.
Alright then, keep your secrets.
This video I am doing to support a friend of mine. My friend Matt from the Dragon's Workshop makes incredible stuff, including Theoden's shield and Uruk-hai helmets that are amazing. I've also got the Horn of Gondor coming here very soon.
The Horn of Gondor.
Props that I love. He's made a lot of people very happy with his work over the years, but Etsy is being crap and have closed his shop for reasons I'm not going to go into. So he is now only selling through his website. So that has reduced his visibility on the internet. So I'm here to support my friend. And the amazing thing is that earlier on last year, I actually went to visit Matt in his workshop to see exactly how he makes incredible creations like this. So this video is showing you all about how Matt makes some of his awesome armor and helmets for the fantasy worlds that we absolutely love together. I'm going to introduce you to Matt, and I'm actually going to let him take over and do the voiceover as well. So this is how you make foam cosplay a la the Dragon's Workshop, and support this guy because he is a legend.
Hiya, it's Matt from Dragon Workshop, and today I'm going to be making a Numenorian helmet for Benji's Hobbies.
Hi everyone, Matt from the Dragon Workshop here. Mike has kindly let me take care of his channel for the day to show you how to make armour from EVA foam. Foam itself is quite a cheap and easily available material, as are the tools you'll need to work with it. First tip to achieving a good finish is to think about the cut you're making. Cutting at a 90-degree angle to the foam will give you a nice flat seam once glued together, whereas an angled beveled cut will give you an angled seam, which is good for crests and ridges.
To do is heat the foam, which makes it more flexible, and then you can push it over this former, and as it cools it will generally keep the shape that I've pushed it into as it cools, and then you can glue it all together. Heating the foam not only allows you to bend it to the shape that you'd like it to be, but also seals the surface of the foam, so you can create a nice smooth finish, like if you want to create a realistic metallic finish like we're going for with this helmet.
The glue I like to use is EVA stick contact adhesive. It's pretty easy to apply and gives a really strong bond. It can be applied with a disposable brush, but as you can see I use a wedge of scrap foam, which is a lot cheaper and is a good use of offcuts.
This expensive tool here is actually
Just a ladle.
a ladle.
So when you're gluing the two pieces of foam together, you want to take a little bit of time to make sure that you're gluing them nice and neatly so there's no lip anywhere. Otherwise you'll have to go back in and sand that, which can leave a bit of a rough edge. A lot of the time I'll use templates for most of the shapes that I'll need to create, but sometimes with the smaller areas or the easier shapes, I just generally eyeball it. So the two new templates I'm going to be making today are this wing and cheek piece here and this back neck protection bit here. And I'm going to be using, sometimes I use some templates I already have and I use that as a base to work to make this the new piece. So having a bandsaw is a really useful tool for cutting shapes that are a bit harder to cut with a knife, but obviously you need to make sure you're keeping your hands out of the way when you're making your cuts. So I wouldn't suggest this sort of tool for beginners to the hobby. Sanding this sort of foam kicks up quite a lot of dust, so a face mask is definitely a must for this sort of work. You don't want to be inhaling any of that sort of thing. You can make it a bit too wide sometimes if you stick stuff on the outside and you put it on, things are kind of out there and it looks just too big.
Yeah.
covering smaller and harder to reach areas, super glue is definitely the way to go over contact adhesive, I'd say. It allows you to be more accurate and precise with your gluing, and using the accelerator spray definitely speeds up the process.
I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial and it's inspired you to try your hand at some foam making yourself. We'll cover the painting and finishing in another video, but for now you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and if you want to get your hands on any of my work, you can find my website in links below. Thanks to Mike again for letting me take over his channel. Look out for any collaborations coming in the future.
And here you can see Benji from Benji's Hobbies actually wearing the helmet at an MASBG tournament. I also have it on good authority that he spends most of his evenings at home painting, wearing the helmet. I want to send Benji a huge congratulations on becoming a daddy again. I know that he's a bit thin on the ground with the videos these days, but you will hear from him again soon, I'm sure. How cool is that? Absolutely awesome work from Matt. He's actually quite shy on camera, so I'm quite impressed that I actually got him to do that video. Please go and check out his links in the description below this video. You can order stuff through him. He will do commissions, all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, if you have dreamed of having an amazing Lord of the Rings prop or prop from any fantasy realm, this guy can make it. So check out the Dragon's Workshop, guys. There's projects coming from my workshop very, very soon. But for now, I hope you're all well, and I'll see you soon.